Classic TV and movie fans, Rick Nineg here. Thank you so much for joining me today. We're going to be talking about Gilligan's Island, more specifically about the role that Tina Louise played in leaving the television show of Gilligan's Island when it came time, not in the 60s, which was when the television show took place, but in the 1970s, in fact 1978, when Rescue from Gilligan's Island came out, the classic movie. She decided not to be in it. We'll talk about why that happened, how much money was offered, and the real issue of why she quit Gilligan's Island. Let's get right to it, everyone. A big thank you to everyone who has been supporting me by hitting the subscribe button. It's absolutely free to do so, and it's getting me one step closer to reaching my 2022 goal to reach 150,000 subscribers. Thank you so much. Now, I've made dozens and dozens of Gilligan's Island videos with behind the scenes information and so forth, but I've never really talked about Tina Louise, who is the last original surviving cast member of Gilligan's Island. We do hope she lives and is with us for so long because we love her so much. But I know a lot of you want to know the information of what happened between her leaving the TV show and not appearing in Rescue from Gilligan's Island, the movie. Now, what's really important to remember is that Gilligan's Island ran from 1964 to 1967. About a decade later, in 1978, they made Rescue from Gilligan's Island, in which they explained how the castaways, 7 of them, got off the island and got rescued, went back to civilization, and essentially what happened to them. I might dissect the movie one day, just make a video on the movie, give you the details, because I'm sure that not everyone knows about it. But in regards to negotiating on the cast, the original 7, it wasn't easy for Sherwood Schwartz, who's the creator of Gilligan's Island. Why? Because each of the castaways by this time already knew that they were part of the original group, and it was natural that they wanted to be paid pretty well for their services. A lot of them didn't get paid super well on Gilligan's Island TV show, so this was, I guess, their chance to make a little bit more money. And really, you can't blame them for doing it. I mean, it was their career. Now, eventually, they got everyone. They got Bob Denver, Alan Hale, Jim Backus, Natalie Schafer, Russell Johnson, and even Don Wells. They all signed contracts. The difficulty became between the agreement of Sherwood Schwartz and Tina Louise. That was more problematic. This is all according to Sherwood Schwartz, so I do have to put that in an asterisk. This is his version. In 1978, the budget that was allocated for the movie, according to Schwartz, was $1.3 million. If we convert that to 2022 evaluation, that comes out to $6.1 million. So keep that in mind, because when we get to Tina Louise and what was stipulated in terms of salary, it comes into play in just a little bit. Now, Tina said, again, according to Schwartz, I won't say that every time, but this is according to him, Tina said that she might do it after all in terms of appearing in the movie, but then she changed her mind. Then she refused to play Ginger under any conditions, and then she changed her mind again, and again, and again, all according to Schwartz. Now, finally, she said that she would agree to do the part of Ginger if she was made a really big offer. Now, the sum that was mentioned by Louise was 1/10 of the budget of the entire movie. So if we're talking about $1.3 million, that would be $130,000 in the value of $1978. But today in 2022, that would come out to $616,254.08. Again, this is a huge amount. We're talking about over $500,000 for just one of the 7 characters. Now, Sherwood Schwartz thought about this, and he said, well, that would be far more than any other performer was being paid on the show. So it was completely out of the question. He had to renegotiate all the other deals if Tina was to agree to that, or that is, if Sherwood would agree to Tina's demand of essentially getting more than $500,000, he would have to renegotiate with everyone else because she would be making so much more. According to Schwartz, this would have left just the 7 castaways but no money to do the actual show. Schwartz continued by saying that by the time Tina had made her decision, it was around July 1st, and the first day of shooting the movie would be July 10th. That is only basically a 9-day difference. Now, under normal conditions of filming, this would take 2 or 3 weeks to arrive at a decision for a role like this. Leaving it to just a couple days is pretty difficult. They actually had 5 working days to get the new Ginger ready for the wardrobe. So that gives you an idea of how 9 days was just really short notice. Essentially, when Sherwood did not hear an answer, he cast Judy Baldwin, calling her a beautiful tall redhead who had ample proportions where Tina Louise had ample proportions. He is amazing with words. I mean, he's essentially the writer of the show, so this comes from him himself. Now, Judy became Ginger for this movie, rescuing from Gilligan's Island, and now he had all the castaways. Now, my big question here, what do you think about this? Please keep in mind that I never make videos as a hit piece. I want to give everyone's perspective. This was simply Sherwood Schwartz's perspective. It was his side. I would love to bring even Tina's side and hear what happened on that end. I'm very big into that, and I often do that where I make different videos focusing on different sides, different reasons why according to the individual, because you have to give everyone the benefit of the doubt. But do you think that this was a large amount for Tina to request according to Sherwood? Was it too much? I mean, the budget was just $1.3 million at the time, and was it smart for him to recast her? Have you seen the movie? And what do you think about this? All these thoughts I would love to know. Thank you so much for supporting me in all that I do. I really do appreciate it. If you are a big fan of Gilligan's Island, I'll leave the playlist down below where you can watch other videos. Thank you for all the patron supporters as well. We'll see you next time, and don't forget, be hopeful. Thank you so much to my supporters on Patreon, especially my Diamond tier patrons. New patron Gerard D, David D, Citizen Kane 359, Greg S, Kevin K, Ricky, Sally, and Vito L. Make sure to check the links in the description to see how you could be on this list as well.